Coming up tonight, special guest Rain, Auburn Rain, is on the XRP Minute tonight. We're going to talk crypto, blockchain, current events, and breaking news. And it all starts right now. Chip here with the XRP Minute. We're on at a special new time. I know it's a little bit earlier than you expected. That's okay. But we've got a very special guest on tonight. And I want to say hello to Auburn Rain. Rain, you there?
I'm here checking in. What's up, good people?
What is up? How you guys hearing Rain okay? You hearing him okay?
Check, check.
Check on the mic. Check two. Check, check. Check on the mic. What's going on? Let's do a rundown. You know, Rain, I always like to shout out who's number one in here. And tonight, it's none other. Numero uno. Danny Torres is in here first. We got Z-Bits, Ojai Punk. Jungle Inc. says, what's up, Chip? We've got Big John in the house. And Matt Richter, XRP Angel Connie. Who else do we have in here? Let me scroll down here. I lost my place here. Vetbro, 589 Society, Jalapon, RTB Dutchy, RTB, better known as Roy the Badass. Bubba Shipes is in here. And who else did I miss? Did I get 589 Society? I think I did. If I could ask you peeps a favor, just please tweet this out so that we could all have a second here. Hey, Jay Vaught is here. He says, Chipster and Rain. Jungle Link's got the he's popping bottles, and there we go. So yeah, tweet it all, y'all. Tweet it out, says Rain. All right, man. So let's get down to it. Rain, how have you been, man? How is your week going?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to make a good week. So just trying to stay cool, chilling with Chipster.
Chill?
With everyone.
Yeah, so we see Annalise. George just popped in here. Threadwork, Derek just jumped in with a big old thumbs up. What's going on, everybody? So here we are. We are here. We are live. And I'm doing Rain coming in. Why am I doing it like this? Because I know it works. Last night, Jeff, on the not the HODL report, but the HODL review, he's changed his name. As you know, if you know, he had to change his name. But at least it works. I hope you guys can hear okay. If there's something going on, you'll let us know. But tonight we're going to talk about a bunch of different topics. You know, we're just going to kind of freestyle it. I have a couple of news articles. Rain has a couple of things he wants to talk about. But yeah, let's get going. I know that actually I wanted to talk about. There's this one story here I wanted to chat a little bit about here. Rain, let's talk. Let me throw it on the old chat here. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Hello. They say they can't hear me because I'm not talking.
Yeah, well, you can't hear him because can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now? Let me check.
Yeah, Rain, how can you not hear him? He's about as loud as you can get. You can't hear him.
Okay, so that means that you have me up to Bluetooth?
I have you a Bluetooth on a speaker, blasting it louder than I'm speaking right now on my microphone.
Wow. His phone is at, it says.
It says it sounds garbled. Let me try that. Let me try moving it a little bit. How's that?
Hold on.
It might be too loud. Rain, it might be too loud on my side here. So anyway, when he's getting that figured out, I got him on a Bluetooth speaker, but it might just be too loud, which is why it sounds garbled. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with that. DM Fresh Marquise is in here. Yeah, it might just be something weird going on there. Rain, get back on the phone, man. I think it's just too loud. I think that's the problem. Rain using a satellite phone. Yeah, he's using a satellite phone. That might be the problem. That might be it. I don't know what's going on. So you can see I have a Bluetooth speaker right there. And Rain, you're even more distant now. I can't even hear you, man. He's saying hold on, but I can barely hear him. Dude, all you have to do is come back on. I got you blasted on a speaker right in front of the microphone. It might just be too loud, which is what I may have to just check a little bit. Look, it's Jeff from the HODL review. I've never heard of the HODL review. Oh, the HODL report. Gotcha, man. Okay, not a problem. Sometimes you forget what this stuff is, and as you guys know, Jeff had to change his name. It's worse. You made it worse than ever. It's just, go ahead. Say something.
Hello. Oh, it's worse than ever?
No, I think it should be all right. I mean, I got you blasted on a mic on a speaker right here, man. I don't know why they can't hear you. I have no idea. I worked the other day with
Well, I think honestly you would be better off using the speakerphone on your or the speaker on your phone and then putting your mic down to the speaker.
I'm doing the same thing but on a Bluetooth speaker. It says the speaker is much better. So
Well,
they said it's better.
Might be the problem.
They said it's better, man. I think it was just too loud before. I think it was just garbling. I think I had you too loud.
Ray is reporting live from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, folks. And the governor of Puerto Rico stepped down.
Well, there you go.
We're talking freedom for the Puerto Rican people. Live on the set.
Oh, you said back to garble. Try it now. Let's just go ahead and talk a little bit.
Is it garbly?
I don't think so, man. I think I just had you a little bit too loud because you're close to the mic, man. And Bluetooth could have some interference. Let me try taking you off Bluetooth. Well, I did. I make all my guests this way, and that isn't a problem. It's just you, so I don't know. Sound is bad again? Talk, Rain.
Hello. This is fucking annoying. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I don't know. He says it's getting better, but let's just try working with this. Moving to Puerto Rico when we moon, says Z-Bits. Guys, is it any better? So it might just be too loud on the mic.
Never mind.
Sounds like wavy lines from Steve. All right, let me put you just on the regular speaker here. Just do this. Rain, you there? Okay, let me try that. It might just be... Okay, so then I got to hold this up because that's what I like to do during a live stream is hold the phone up the entire time. There's times where I think when I lie awake at night, I wonder what I could be doing, and a lot of that could just be holding a phone up to a microphone. Yeah, that's what I have you on a mount right now. So, guys, is that any better? Tell me if it's better. Okay, it's better. Okay, it might have been some weird thing, but all right. Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's a nice speaker. Anyway, I had him on this thing right here, this little Bluetooth deal, which is actually pretty nice. But I think there might be some weird interference going on. So anyway, Jeff had some things going on last night. We have some things going on tonight. All right, now he's saying nothing. Now they're saying they can talk. Right? That's what they're saying. Keep talking. Someone said put him back. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think they're saying they can't hear, which is really odd because I've got you now on speaker. I don't think so. Exactly. Like the Bluetooth speaker. Right here, man. The Bluetooth speaker. Right there is how I do it. This is how it happens. You go live. You get the little anchor, and that's how I did it last time. I just went on the Bluetooth. I don't know. Who knows, man? He said it was clear before. I can't hear him, just static. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, can you hear him at all? I mean, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. They said perfect with the volume down on the Bluetooth. So let's try that one last time. Let me try that, Rain. Hang on a second. Let me try it one more time. Uh-oh. You there? Oops. Hang on a second, man. Let me connect this Bluetooth again. Yeah, this is just fantastic. I love it. Modern technology. We're in 2019. Can't get anything to work. Just so awesome. I don't know where it ends. It's just incredible. Hang on. Let me try to put you back on the Bluetooth here. I don't have time for Zoom, man. I don't have time to do Zoom tonight. We're going to try to get this working or we're done. That's it. I'm not going to get Zoom working. And now I can't. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me try to put. JBot says, and I trust Jay. Jay says, yeah, the delayed chat does suck. So when they're giving feedback, they're hearing, and that's part of the issue. Is that you there? Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time because I think this is gonna work. It's worked every other time. Let's just see if this can work here. All right, let's do this. This is fun. This is fun. There's nothing more fun than this. This is awesome. Jeff, I'm feeling your pain from last night, man. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Guys, I'm gonna talk at that level for a little bit. Let's just see how it goes. Rain, talk to me. Rain. Yeah, just keep talking. So what's going on in your neck of the woods?
It's like 104 degrees. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot, and I had to turn off my fan so that you could hear me.
That's right. So you're even hotter now.
I'm like holding for it in the garage.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So they're saying it's perfect now. So I've just got you not close to the speaker. So I think that'll work right there, man. We're good. Everyone says it's good, so we're golden. That's right, man. We don't even say that word on this. Remember the last time? Do not even say that because you remember how crazy it went off the. Turn it down a little. So I'm gonna turn you just down a little bit because you got a loud voice. And there we go. We just had tell Rain to get off speakerphone. You're not on speakerphone, are you, Rain?
Hold on.
Dude, what happened? Your voice just dropped out again. Anyway, guys. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I think we're good.
So now,
Yeah, I think we're golden. I think we're good. So I want to talk about this. We got U.S. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin here. Yeah, this is how this stuff happens. Here we go. Yeah, U.S. Treasury Steve Mnuchin says regulatory agencies in the country will have to work together to create new cryptocurrency law. Yeah, tell me something we do not know. So yeah, that's a little bit kind of weird. What's your thought on that? What's your thought on this whole thing with Mnuchin and him saying that Bitcoin, he doesn't see himself owning Bitcoin in 10 years?
maybe he knows something we don't know.
You think?
Yeah, maybe because Bitcoin ends up being like the VHS.
Right. Like it's going to be extinct, you mean?
You know, I don't know. It just depends. It depends on how many fat cats, feel comfortable with it and like just holding it like digital gold, like they've been predicting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, it could be. So, I mean, he said we're looking at all the crypto assets. We're going to make sure that we have a unified approach. And my guess is there's going to be more regulations that come out of all these agencies. Well, yeah, my guess is the same thing. But when, Rain? We've been hearing this for a long time now. Seriously.
The thing is there's going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors, and on the side of the alliance, and then you have the dark side of the force that's going to have their crews out there, like some of the people on CNBC and other channels and MSNBC. They're going to spread all the FUD that they can, and you won't know what to believe, until it all happens and breaks loose.
Yeah, true.
After this article or whenever you're ready for it, Ted.
Yeah, I think we're almost ready. So, what does he say? Mnuchin's latest comments identify regulatory bodies like the Securities and Exchange (SEC). Yeah, a few bills like Token Taxonomy Act that's been sitting in committee while people in the House are complaining that the Libra is going to be leaving the country. And then I don't know if you saw this, Rain, but I did something the other night. Polynex, whatever it's called, and also Circle, two U.S. companies that are also leaving. Blockchain companies are also leaving the country because of this regulatory uncertainty. So they're going to the Bahamas. This is an article from Blocknomi. By the way, I got my brother checking in. He says little Chip on a plane. So I don't know if are you actually flying somewhere? Chip the younger, my younger brother's on it. Says he's on a plane. So I don't know if he's getting on a plane, getting off a plane, checking in. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but he'll let us know.
Well, it's amazing to see, that people are writing about the Token Taxonomy Act. I really dig it. Right on. Good job, Hodel. Doing good work, man. I see Gaming Crypto's here.
Hey, Gaming Crypto, what's up? Yeah, I see Andrew Nation checked in. Comedian Carl Lewis is here. Yeah, so that's awesome. What's so Jeff's saying, Hollow's saying, don't need Bitcoin. Trump already endorsed Yeti coin. So I know because I've had contact with someone who says they know of an insider who can get their information directly from the box guy who works there, which I think makes perfect sense if you think about it, Rain. Right? It all stacks up. Yes or no? Tell me, tell me where I'm wrong. Yeah, the box guy's a little bit nutty, man. So we have my brother's on Atlanta to Dallas, but are you in the air? Is what my point. He says he's heading Atlanta to Dallas, where he lives back in Dallas. So yeah. So Andrew Nation says he loves the box guy, full of inside of the box info. It's weird. I got this other stuff, and I don't know. It was shared with me today that box guy is going to be starting his own Twitter. So I thought that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? This box guy. I mean, because he's a box guy. I mean, he's got that goofy box.
He's a boss guy. Yeah, he's a boss guy.
Yeah, you see, that's exactly right. He's a box guy, man. I mean, look, if you had a box Fred, he's pretty busy. I can't get him on the live stream, so I don't know. So that's what it's all. Yeah, see? Yeah, see?
Yeah.
See? Yeah, so, yeah, right over there, see? Yeah, see? Got some bras over there, see? Don't get funny with me, see? Or you see the light, see? Or you get the gun. SPO, I saw him the other day. Hey, Chip, what's up, SPO? What's up, man? Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Rain must be using go-go.
Talk about England, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's throwing down. He's saying, hey, I don't know if you heard that, but he said, let's not talk about internet speeds. Throwing down the gauntlet. The funny thing is Jeff is right 45 minutes down the road from me, south, as the crow flies. I always like throwing that in there. I don't know what the hell that means, because I really don't know what direction the crows fly in, Rain, but, if they were to fly somewhere, they always go like, down the road a piece as the crow flies. Like, I don't know, like that means something, but anyway, he has the same internet provider as I do, and it's actually he's got better bandwidth. Yeah, right on. So my brother says, famous line from the Brady Bunch: pork chops and applesauce. See? Yeah, Alice. Yeah, see? Pork chops and applesauce. That's right. See? So that's
With the fishing.
yeah. So we went to fishing. See? Pork chops and applesauce. So
He's a straight line.
So listen, I had to pull this article. In BTC We Trust, U.S. citizens choose Bitcoin over Libra. When it boils down to choice, Americans will choose Bitcoin over Facebook's proposed Libra. Consumer insights provider Civic Science revealed in a new survey. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, most people don't even, they've heard of Bitcoin. They don't even know what the hell Libra coin. They have nothing. So they're releasing surveys saying that they're going to choose Bitcoin. I mean, is this propaganda, Rain? That we're this kind of story?
Well, Bitcoin's been around for a decade. Libra has been around for not at all. So
A New York minute.
Bitcoin can
Yeah, the crow flies in a straight line, no roads needed. Gotcha. Is that what that means? Well, he lives in country town, so I don't know. Bubba Shipes, having fun building my basket of long shot altcoins. Got more pro today. I don't even know what that is. As they're my favorite this week. He says they're a favorite this week, so I think that's a new favorite every week, I guess. They said it sounds.
they're saying I'm underwater, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let me try moving you a little closer and just go ahead, try talking now. Let's see if that sounds any better. It's
Coming from the ether.
It sounds so weird because the other night I had, last time I had Matt on, he was sounding, no one ever said anything. He sounded good. It's nice. Crows fly here, fly into the windows. 589 Society says they fly into the windows. But it could be my mic too. I don't know, man. Who knows? There's always some weird thing going on, man. There's always some weird thing. And I like this story. So I don't know about Norwegian Airlines, but they're a European airline. I've actually flown them a couple times to the UK. They're carbon fiber planes. They use half the petrol that normal planes use, and as a result, they get compressed later. So you actually feel better after a 7-hour flight than you do when you get off like a standard type of a plane. Carl Lewis says rain can't be wet. Chip's the one with the box. What? You still there, man, or did you go to sleep, man? Did you knock off?
I'm still here, dude.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do the best we can. So at least they can hear you. It might not be great, but what are you gonna do, man? I mean, there's always something. It's weird because as it's coming out of the, I'm just
Hey,
talking, you're talking.
you want to try Skype? You want to call me on Skype, or
That's
me
gonna
call you on Skype?
that could be a disaster because I don't think we're really set up for it. I'd have to bring it in. Let's just continue this way. So basically, this new.
No, on the phone. Talking about on the phone.
No, I don't think it's gonna make a difference, man. To be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna make one hill bean of difference. So yeah, they're gonna. So Norwegian's gonna start accepting Bitcoin, Norwegian blockchain. What else? Crypto travel, a match made in heaven. Excited to announce this is the founder, Lolly's partnership with Hotel.com. So you remember that? That was with the Bitcoin stuff. So Lolly is like a rewards for a Bitcoin. So there's a lot of adoption happening. Every time I see stories like this, I think of adoption. That they've seen adoption outside of travel. There's a couple. There's that one travel site specifically. They only take well, I think they take regular funds, but they only take mostly block. Like Bitcoin and XRP, you can book stuff with. But here's my question: if you have a bag, are you rushing out now to go book travel with XRP or Bitcoin, or are you hodling?
Are you talking to me?
I don't know who else I'd be talking to.
Uh, I'm not, I'm not pushing all those adoption type scenarios. It's great. I don't think those are really going to kick in until the investment side of things change. You know,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, do you think that what I'm thinking is that if people are hodling, right? If they're holding their bags right now because they're waiting, why would they be spending money? It just seems odd to me that they'd be spending money like would you be start booking travel trips on Bitcoin? I just don't see that personally. I don't know.
right.
Carl Lewis says
I
there's
don't think either, but I mean, the more and more this happens, the sooner we are to, mass adoption. But I think a lot of where we're at right now is just basically investing. Everyone's investing at this point. I think you have some early adopters that have been in Bitcoin since the beginning, and they, a lot of them are anti-dollar and establishment, and they literally try to live on Bitcoin and different coins. So there are people out there that do it, but there's not enough. I don't
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I agree. And I just want to say hi to a couple more people that popped in here. We have Sincerely George. I don't know if you've been catching her streams. She does the morning stream. That's the time when I'm usually in the office with meetings and all that stuff. So it's kind of tough for me, but it doesn't always necessarily always work out. But it is what it is. I try to catch them later, but there's not enough time in a day. There's so many awesome streamers out there and things going on and news outlets. I thought this was funny. Switzerland Data Privacy Agency, they're still waiting for a response from the Libra team. If you remember in the hearings, David Marcus, when he was asked the question how they're going to be regulated, he basically said that he named this company, the Swiss Federal Data Protection and Information Commissioner, recently stated did not get a response from Facebook about his plan on Libra. So they had cited this regulatory body, and basically they still haven't heard from them. So I don't know what's going on there.
They're going to hear from them because they're going to get broken up.
You think so?
Facebook's getting broken up, everybody.
Yeah, but when is it going to happen though, Rain? Seriously, honestly, when do you think that's going to go down?
It might have to be during, the major part of the reset. Might have to be after the election, which, we'll get into that in a little bit. I got some stuff to talk about on that.
Right on, right on.
If they can hear me.
Yeah, I think they hear you fine now. I just made some adjustments, and if they don't, they're going to pretend they do. But I think they do. Sincerely, George says, hi, RTB. Everybody else, exactly, Chip. You're so right. Well, I'm right about a lot of things, and that was about 40 minutes ago, but that's the delay we're on right now, Rain. It's like a 40-minute delay. So it's impossible to know exactly what happened, when it happened, but I always like those words right somewhere in there because some things you're right about and some things you're not. If I got XRP at 0.005, my tune might be different. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right for a lot of people, you know. And the funny thing was, I remember recommending XRP to somebody when it was 16 cents, but I didn't buy it until it kind of doubled from there, which is kind of stupid. But you know, sometimes you don't take your own advice, Rain.
You see what Carl said?
What do you say?
Does that mean we can expect nose book, ear book, eye book if Facebook gets broken up?
Well, that's comedian Carl Lewis. That's comedian Carl Lewis for you. Vetbros says son needs to drink more water. Yeah, he looks a little emaciated. I always feel like I should like get up to him, maybe offer him a sandwich. Like, you know, are you hungry? Could I get you something? You know, how about some hot tea? You know, are you hungry? Can I get you a hot compress to maybe put on your face? You know what I'm saying? You know, so Tron's son apologizes to regulators for over marketing the Buffett. That's what he's apologizing for. He's not apologizing for any of the other weird stuff he's been up to, but that's what he's apologizing for. That seems just kind of weird to me.
He's not apologizing for not giving that guy a Tesla.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't until we saw public outcry until then it was a bit different thing. Then the guy, yeah, I thought that was kind of weird and creepy the way he did that. He said, so this is from Son. He goes, during the whole process, I went from being excited to worried, agonizing, and then terrified and regretful. It led to negative influence on the public, and also drew concerns from regulators who care about me. Again, I want to say I'm sorry. I don't know, man. This guy is interesting. You know, he certainly has a following, but he seems bizarre, man. It's like, it's almost like a cartoon character or something. You know what I mean? Am I wrong about that? He seems like he's out there. I don't know.
Manipulation they were trying to do with Tether and finance and
Yeah.
Was it Bitfinex? I think it was Bitfinex.
Yeah, there was all that stuff. There was all kinds of that stuff going on, you know. And listen, I don't think, honestly, when he announced he was going to get the other Buffett, I mean, if you don't think Warren Buffett's, his companies, not him personally, but his companies, they're invested in this stuff. But I mean, he owns banks, and what's the biggest threat to banks right now? I mean, it can be, and not on the XRP side, but like what you were talking about before, Ray, is people bypassing, right? Because the Bitcoin people were like, you know, they're like, we don't want anything to do with government, nothing to do with banks. We'll build it ourselves, and you know, that's nice. That's a nice little story, but it's not. I don't know if it's reality in our lifetimes, anyway. What do you think?
Right. I think the old man is irrelevant. He's not going to be part of the future because he don't have much left on this earth, anyways. I mean.
Well, that's nice, Ray. That's good to know. Hey, so
guy's not. I don't think he's the greatest person out there, to be honest with you, man. I mean, people that are in the high towers like that, they usually have done a lot of bad things that we don't know about. You know, where in the world's John McAfee? Right.
Yeah, McAfee's like I like this guy so much, and I ever since like back in the '90s and stuff, he was always a colorful character, but then he went missing. He actually was actually detained, I believe. I know I saw it in another story. Freedom Boats Manifest. So the reason he was detained was because he had a lot of weapons on there. We didn't say. It said 1 old man, 7 brave soldiers, 1 Italian captain, 1 documentarian, 431 pounds of dog, 1 terrifying black woman, enough weapons and ammo, food for 6 months. What he failed to mention was the guns he had. And there's that picture that he tweeted out. They're both holding automatic rifles. And I think that was the reason he was detained. But that was the reason they came after him, if I'm not mistaken.
Because of the guns?
Yeah, that's what it was. Because he was actually, guys, and if you guys could put that, someone can find a link and throw it in the Twitter account. He had I'm pretty sure that was the deal. He was in Cuba.
So he's in trouble for have pictures of him with guns on the water?
Something like that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and find the story. But yeah, he was detained because I think it had something to do with the weapons, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, but he's been talking about helping Cuba to skirt the sanctions that we have on them by helping them out with their own crypto coin. And I think that's where he kind of crossed the line, to be honest. You know, it's one thing to talk bad about America and whatever else, all the corruption going on, but it's another thing to get in the middle of those type of situations, and now you become a foreign agent at that point, right? It's not smart.
No, it's not the best idea,
Yeah.
but so yeah, he was released from detention in the Dominican Republic. Multimillionaire antivirus software founder John McAfee said Wednesday he was released from detention in the Dominican Republic, or as we call it here, in the DR. Spokesman for McAfee's 2020 campaign. As you guys know, he's also running for president. But Jeff sent me a link the other day. I think CoinDesk did a interview with him, and he said, I have no shot at being president. It's just about having a platform to get some of the stuff out there. He said the Caribbean Islands Armed Forces and Public Ministry told the Associated Press that he was taken into custody along with U.S. citizens Elizabeth McAfee, which is his wife, a bunch of other people here, which I don't need to get into it. They're suspected of traveling on a yacht carrying high-caliber weapons, ammunition, and military-style gear. McAfee tweeted Wednesday he was leaving detention. So here he is right here, leaving detention, don't judge my looks. 4 days of confinement. I was well treated, and my superiors were friendly and helpful. In spite of helpful circumstances, we decided to move on. More later. So there he is. Looks like he's having a pretty good time, Rain. I mean, I'm not anybody to judge, but it looks like he's doing all right. He seems to be.
If you don't watch it, he could end up in Guantanamo, man. I'm just saying.
I mean, just look at him. Look at this. He's a nut, man. Got the pitchforks out over here.
He's got to figure out if he, what country he's really supporting, because you can't go around and go, hey, I'm going to go help the Iranians. Hey, I'm going to go help, the Cubans or anyone who we're battling with, and, not think that you're not going to have, the CIA, or not CIA, but, anyone come down on you for being a foreign agent, whether he's right or wrong. You can't run around acting like he's acting, man.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, though. I mean, I haven't heard some of that. I've heard some of the other things he's done, but I mean, he's a full-blown libertarian. He believes in freedom. Doesn't believe in any sort of government interference. That's where he's coming from. But you're right. I mean, you take a hostile approach, and and you start touting. When he sent that one tweet out, he's like, "The CIA is after me." Well, yeah, you got these high-powered weapons and military-style guns, and you're in countries where that's not allowed. So
That's not why he was saying that. He was saying because he has a lot of dirt on a lot of people around the world, and that if he ends up missing and doesn't report in like a certain time, he has all these data dump sites around the world that are going to dump data on all the bad people. And when he says CIA, he means black ops.
Right. No, I understand that. No, I know he's got a kill switch. He's got unnamed sources. They're ready if he doesn't make his checkpoints. I know that. I mean, I'm just saying, but
you pulled up an incinerator or possible incinerator.
Yeah. So I wanted to show you this. This is Little James Island. So this is a Q post. This is about Epstein. He had that island. So look at this right here. And this was actually posted on Q. Let's talk about subterranean support system. Ventilation much? This is not a garage partially cut into a hill. So this is the photo of ventilation, because what they're suspecting is that there's underground stuff that's happening there, and this stuff's starting to blow open pretty wide right now. There you go, right there. There's another shot of it.
Yeah, I heard it might be an incinerator.
Well, that's part of what they're saying, but yeah, I mean, there you go, right there. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Is that AOC? Was that AOC?
No.
It like
Yeah.
that fake photo op.
No, that one right there. That's actually inside that. What they said was a gym inside of a.
Border.
Yeah. They photoshopped her in there. That's okay. And then there he is with there's Epstein with Clinton right here. So if you see, I know there's a little bit of a delay. So what you're going to see, it's a little bit running behind. So yeah, there you see the. There he is with
currency. Yeah, let's get some love to the chat.
Let's get some love to the chat now. Yeah, let's do that. Let me make sure I bring you on here. So Jake Currency's here. He says, "What's good, Chip?" And Jake Currency, you're what's good, my man. Andrew Nation 13 is a woodworking genius. I have to like sign. I don't know if you see. Have you seen Andrew Nation's work, Rain?
Yeah, I've seen some of it. I think he was doing some kind of, what was it like?
Yeah, woodwork. Yeah, some art with woods, you know, and cutting stuff off with epoxy. Then we got Jay Currency. He's also there's so many talented people here. Jay Currency, you know, does amazing stuff with metal. You know, we started working on something together, and I just got to get with him to finish it. But he started working on something for me. We've got Hike Around here. We've got obviously Gaming Cryptos in here. Who else do we have? Yeah, Alex Yeet. I don't think I said hi to Alex yet. I think you did, but I didn't say hello. We got Phoenix Starborn. Phoenix, good to see you, man. It's been a while. I feel like it's like, you know, we went on some trips, we came back, and boom, you're there. And I wanted to ask everybody, like, what do you think about this time streaming? Does this time work better for you? I'm not that happy with the 8 o'clock, I mean, the 10 o'clock slot. It's just so late. You know, it's like when I'm trying to wind down and get stuff ready for the next day, and then I end up going to bed later. So I'm just curious, like, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a good time to stream? You know, should I continue to stream at this time? You know, is it better for everybody? And I'm wondering, you know, same thing for, you know, Rain. I mean, it'd be better to stream earlier. I don't know, guys. What's your thought? Want to hear from the, since we're on a 30-minute delay, we'll get back to this in 30 minutes on the chat here, Rain. So, yeah, Hike Around says, yeah, this time works for him. Alex Sheet, he says, big old thumbs up. Yeah, lunchtime.
There's so many other people that I want to stream at 5 o'clock though.
Are you talking about, well, 5 o'clock your time? I mean, it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, but I mean, you're saying 5 o'clock your time?
No, I guess I mean 8 o'clock. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, well, yeah, because like 8 o'clock. Well, yes and no, because you know, I know Brad Kine's been streaming at 10. Sam's been streaming at 10. I know that at 9 o'clock, pretty, you know, almost like clockwork, you have DNI, which is he's always streaming it, you know, and I know he's in the States. He's up in Detroit, so he's been pretty solid on his streams as well. So. Yeah, Ender Nation does the resin. So Phoenix Starborn likes 8 p.m. Bubba Stipe says he's a theoretic millionaire. Anytime works for him, so he's cool theoretically, you know, speaking. Because, you know, I mean, he's got nothing but theoretical time on his hands, and he's all good with that. So Hoddle's moving to 8 p.m. on Monday, which is good. Yeah, all right. So he's going to wait till Monday to do the move because that's when he's on. But I'm guessing that Jeff at Hoddle Report is going to stay at 8 a.m. on you know, probably stay at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings, right? That still seems to be a good thing. What do you got going on tomorrow night, man? So tell me some more. I want to talk about this reset that you brought up and what's happening with the reset. You know, you said you had some breaking news. What's going on, Rain?
All right, so can they hear me?
Sure they can, dude.
They can. Let me get a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up for Rain.
Well, remember, we're on a 30-minute delay, so, you know, by the time, you know, we come back to things. So now I'm coming back to people saying hello from when we started. You know, it takes a little bit of time to go through. I think they can hear you, but I think it's all right.
So stuff just happened. The Congress passed basically kick the can down the road for the debt ceiling, which I pretty much predicted that that's what they would do. They're not going to default.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, though, what I've been predicting before, which would be late 2020, after the election, into 2021, that's when the reset's really going to kick in. Now, the wild thing is it hit me when I read this today that they're kicking the can down the road and that it's basically a continuing resolution is put out all the way out till 2021, July 31st. That's when, and I think, honestly, guys, I think that is it. That's the deadline. Trump will be in his second term. He's going to have a lot of the cockroaches that are in the way in D.C. out of the way. You know, the people that are trying to take him down, they're all going to be gone. or most of them will be gone, or they'll be fighting for their lives. And that is when the financial reset is really going to happen. And it was also prophesized by some other guys way before all this stuff was coming out. And any of the stuff that we follow, this person wasn't following any of that. It was just they got something, brought to them, through prophecy or whatever. And they predicted that 2021, that around that time, that there was going to be some wild things happening with America. Now, I don't think it's going to be as bad as some people might predict, but we are going to have some disruptions. It's going to be like when the government shut down during the shutdown on the budget. People, were kind of losing their minds because they were getting their welfare and this and that. I mean, those are the people that are going to be hurt the most, obviously.
Yeah.
But if it happens, it will happen. And we are basically doing what we can with the money that is at hand, available right now before the reset hits. And then everything's going to change after that. So I think, honestly, I can predict July 31st, 2021 is when the real, true, full-blown financial reset hits. But we are in the reset right now, meaning that people in power are being taken down. The governor in Puerto Rico stepped down. He's totally corrupt. You had May that just stepped down. He was totally corrupt. You had Boris Johnson step in, and he's he's going to be moving the Brexit forward in Britain. You got Italy that's changed hands politically. France is changing hands politically. Venezuela will eventually change. Germany, Angela Merkel's going away. So the reset's happening, and some other major things came out today with over 16 Marines in California, where I live, were arrested for human trafficking and trafficking of drugs.
Just saw that.
Of the reset. And then you have a secret operation going on in D.C. with Black Hawk and all different kinds of attack choppers and different elite forces going in, Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, and they're doing secret covert operations in Washington, D.C. as we speak, and it's been going on since October of last year. So major things are happening right now. It is getting crazy.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a big shout out to Great Pate. Great Pate is in here. So, hey, man, Pate, what's going on? Also, RTB, Roy the Badass, says second term and laughed. He's got a lot of laughs. He's not a big Trump guy, but that's okay. But he's like laughing, and he always laughs when you start this conversation. Okay, wink, wink. You laugh all you want. That's what I say. Everybody can laugh. Everyone's entitled to it. But, I don't get into half the stuff because otherwise I'd be wearing a tinfoil hat and then Roy'd really be handing me my behind. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to have a tinfoil hat. You just have to have eyes to see. That's all. And if you don't like Trump, that's your decision.
Yeah, but you look at, one of the things I think he's changed, like him or hate him or whatever. The bottom line is one of the things he's changed is people are going to start holding politicians to their word now. If you said you were going to do it, everything he's doing, he said he was going to do it, he campaigned on it. And that's rare because it's rare someone says, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Well, you got a Bernie Sanders who comes in, Rain, and says he wants $15 minimum wage, he wants health, he wants universal health care for everyone. Meanwhile, in his own campaign, his campaign workers are outraged. They start screaming about $15. How come he's not paying them $15? So he can't even handle it in his own campaign, but he wants to run the country. Then they get the $15, but then he cuts their hours. Does that sound familiar? And then they don't want to pay him the health care because they cut their hours. So, it's... Go ahead.
Wasn't it the squad that was calling for $20 an hour now?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I have to get up and go to work every single day. I go to work. I'm living the dream. I show up in an office. I've got my meetings, my calls, the things that I have to do. But I guess we're just supposed to give it away. Just like hand it off. Free school, free food, free everything. What the heck? Everything should be free. What are we talking about paying for stuff for? Why can't we just give stuff to people? Really? Bubba Shipes said, wait. Well, I was going to say, Bubba Shipe said it perfect. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, what's good for you, but not for me, man. We're the elites, and that's how socialism works. Socialism's awesome. You want to look at socialism? It's awesome if you're the top 3%, but if you're the top 4 or 5%, then you're always watching your back. And if you're the top 1%, you're always trusting no one. Someone looked at you wrong, they could be taking you out. A coup could be happening. So that's where socialism's all about, and every time there's always some new class that comes in or like, oh, they don't know. They didn't know how to run socialism. I know better. If we just do this, make a few tweaks, and then we'll get it working. What's your take?
I think it's either you have socialism, which creeps in slowly and slowly takes over, or you have communism, which comes in with an iron fist with the military and takes over that way. Either way, you're screwed, and you will definitely just become a cog in the wheel. And we're, in a lot of ways, we already are that, but it's changing, and we have people that are going to change the whole future for the whole world, is what I believe. And it's going to be amazing. And we're getting, the world's getting rid of all the dictators right now, and all of the elites that were put in, as puppets. They're all going away. They're stepping down. So.
Yeah, and it's always funny too. And people are politicians, and they're saying this and they're saying that. Meanwhile, the ones that are all for socialism have accomplished nothing. They come from the one side of it, which is basically free riding off themselves. They haven't accomplished anything. They didn't start businesses. They didn't have employees. They didn't worry about making payroll. They didn't do any of this stuff. But but they know better than us, Rain. I mean, they're the smart ones. They're the elites. You know what I mean?
Could be saying that Trump is the biggest crook of all.
I don't know. He's saying someone's the biggest crook of all, but no one's a crook when they do the job for free and they donate every quarter. His money gets salary gets donated to someone else. That's weird because the last occupant I remember took that money, parlayed it into book deals. As a matter of fact, the sacrifice Trump has made is he's actually taking a hit monetarily to his business. So I mean, there's no.
He's had threats on his life. There's been multiple assassination attempts that most people don't know about. I mean, he's doing something that most of us couldn't handle one day doing. So for people to talk trash, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
you're gonna piss someone off when you bring up his name.
Yeah, well, listen, I want to say hi to Mike Connors. He says we need Tsar Nicholas Romanov back with Anastasia and Rasputin. Because, they didn't know exactly how to run it, quite the right way. They're going to make a few tweaks to the system, and then we'll have it. We have Anthony Jackson in here. He can't stay, but he just stopped in to show support and hit the thumbs up. Thank you, AJ. Much appreciated. Good to see you, Mike, as well. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, the whole thing, the reset is happening, but it's also happened monetarily, right? So when we look at what's happening with the Fed, if you think about what's happening with the Fed, Trump's tweets and how, it's going to eventually get crushed, right? Because you can't have sovereignty, you can't look out for yourself, and no country can when you don't own your own fiat currency, and you created a debt system that's not sustainable, right? We all talk about sustainability. What's not sustainable is debt, and the world is swimming in debt right now. So what's your thought on the whole debt, the fiat crisis that's at hand?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. That's the Fed's part of it, because they're going to need to be audited, and once that happens, people will realize how corrupt they are, and they're not legit, and they're going to be absorbed, I think, into the Treasury. And like I was saying, doing the debt ceiling, that's all part of it, because we're having to borrow money, at an interest rate. The interest rate's going to go away. You're not going to have that, money being borrowed with interest anymore. And we're going to have a sound dollar, because it's going to be backed by gold and possibly silver running across the ripple net. And I predict today that it will happen. July 31st, 2021 will be the financial reset. And all the other things happening right now are part of the global reset of the elites being taken down.
Yeah.
And then the financial one will have to happen last.
Yeah, I kind of think you're right. I mean, SPO says we need greenbacks back. Greenbacks back. Say that 3 times fast. Right. Green, and we got Pate in here. It's good to see Pate. It's good to see Mike Connor. It's good to see some folks I haven't seen in a while. 589 Society. It's good to see some folks, stopping in we haven't seen in some time, and only because sometimes I think the time is a limit. We're coming up on an hour. I wanted to find out if there's something we missed, Rain. I mean, we can't talk about everything. There's a certain amount of time we have, but was there something you wanted to say? I mean, anything else on your mind?
I want to say this article. Could you please bring up this article so
Yeah, what is
people
it?
can see it? Click
Yeah,
on
I'm going to put it up right now. Yeah, let me
Put
put
it
it
in
up.
chat.
Hang on. Hang on, my man. Hang on. Let me do it right now.
And it's good for anyone invested in Bitcoin. Well, which is going to raise all shit. So it's basically good for all of us.
Right, it's good for the space, right?
But yeah, and if anyone's invested in Bitcoin, then I mean, this is huge for them. I don't know if you're going to be able. You can pull it up, right, with your connection.
Got it right. Yeah, man. Of course I can.
I don't know.
Of course I can. I'm just going to get rid of the static.
I know.
Bitcoin Cash adoption continues to spread in North Queensland and Japan. Is that the article, Rain?
No.
Okay, so Bitcoin adoption continues to.
That's
Bitcoin
not
Cash is
biblical.
spread. That's what I just clicked on, man.
You did?
Yeah. It's on your site. It's on Crypto News on, right?
What the hell?
Yeah, dude, that's what you gave me. Let me try this one here.
That's freaking weird, dude.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what you threw in the chat. I clicked on it. And Phoenix Starborn lives in North Queensland, so there you go. See, it was perfect for. We had the right. Well, anyway, well, get me the other. Is it on your site? Because I can just search for it on your site. Where is the?
Hold on.
Anyway, let's look at this. I like this story. While you're looking for it, but let's you throw it in there again. You got another link?
Hold on. I don't know if I may have already, I think I already posted this on my Twitter. I'm going to pull it up on my Twitter real quick. Hold on. I think I already posted, but go ahead with that article you have.
Yeah, so North Queensland at the moment, the northern part of Australian state of Queensland is approximately 132 Bitcoin Cash accepting retailers, a large portion of merchants, according to Marco Coino. Data inside reside in Townsville, the biggest urban center in North Queensland. Is that where you are, Phoenix? I don't know if that's where you are. By the way, Phoenix says he accepts BTC or XRP for massage therapy. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty forward thinking. So there you go right there. So basically you're right up here on the northern tip up there, which is awesome. Otto said adoption started. You got it? All right, let me try this one. All right, this is going to be your tweet, right? Let's check this out. That was weird, man. I don't know how that ended up there, but actually,
that is weird.
You know what? Hang on a second. Let me try this. Thing about it is, I don't know. Hang on. The problem is that let me see. I had to pull it up. What the hell is going on? Why is it always when you're on a live stream this happens? It's just remarkable, really. All right, let me try this again. Sorry, man.
I put the link in the chat.
I know that, but my default browser, here we go. Bitcoin futures update. Let's go here. Let's go click on it. All right, so it's loading right now. So let's talk about the Bitcoin futures update. Back testing, CME breaks records, and $100,000 call option. Wow.
So they're basically saying. So basically, what's going to happen with this is this is big right here, folks. I'm serious, everyone. This is big because they're doing 100,000 call on Bitcoin by December of the end of this year. So they're predicting that Bitcoin will be at $100,000. You have an option to buy that. So yeah, I mean it's getting serious.
Yeah, it's getting serious. Yeah, it's getting serious. It's getting serious. Here's the other one. So Bobby Shipe says Warren Buffett doesn't like crypto yet. He's a huge owner of Bank of America, the Ripple patent filers, right? Yeah, and listen, I don't believe any of this stuff. It artificially keeps the price low.
So think about it, though. Think about it, guys. If Bitcoin goes to $100,000 by the end of the year, which is very possible, and you bought it even right now at today's prices, you're looking at $90,000 in gains. I mean, that's just insane. You know,
Well,
as you're waiting for the other things that you're waiting for to do their thing. So I'm not saying go out and do that. I'm just saying, hey, things are getting serious. When they're putting calls out like that, call options, it's getting serious. We're talking big players. We're talking market style, play.
no, agreed, man. Yeah.
It's no joke.
Well, it's going to go to I call it 250 by 2021, 250,000. It's going, man. I mean, the thing about it is there's only going to be maybe 18.5 million ever mined because 3-4 million will be lost forever. And there could be more lost too because, the custody is a big problem. Like, where do you keep this stuff? CME Bitcoin future, yeah. So but this is risky material, but you don't start banking on this kind of stuff unless you have a pretty itchy feeling. But $100,000, that's wow, that's something to look at, man.
Who's Carl Lewis talking about, dude?
I don't know, Carl. Whose computer did you swipe this from anyhow? The problem is Riverboard engine. The problem in your I don't know what he's talking about. I have no clue. Carl Lewis is off in a different place sometimes. He's a little bit more systematic. I don't know what he's talking about. Hydromatic. That's like I don't know what he's saying, man. I don't really know what he's going on about.
Wow.
I don't know. Bubba Shipe says his broker's EF Hutton, and when he says, I don't know, you never know what's going on. Yeah, 589. He says my ad is very clear. Some ordinary experience. I don't know what they're talking about. There's always like a secret conversation going on in the chats, and if you're not looking at it all the time, sometimes you miss it. You don't really know what's going on. But anyway, we are coming up at 9:02. I was just testing out the 8 o'clock hour, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And, Rain, I want to thank you for joining me. I apologize for the audio issues, but you can almost guarantee there's going to be some problem when you go live, right? I mean, this is how it happens. I've been on your show before, and it runs flawless, but you're the exception, okay? Because no one has the kind of luck you have. But it's just the way you roll, man. You must have good throughput and computers and everything else. I know you have a good gaming box. Am I right about that? Am I right?
Well, yeah. I think I'm at about 150 megs. So I'm not like super, super fast, but it's fast. And then I have a gaming computer that I'm running, it's built. And I try to make everything work, and I try to keep it simple, stupid, but so, you do still sometimes have a little bit of difficulties, but, I don't know, man. I don't know. What I saw Jeff go through yesterday, it hurt. It hurt to see that because I'm thinking, man, this guy's got something to say. He's got a good show to put on, and he struggled so hard, man. I was like, oh my God, like gritting my teeth, going,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bubba Shipe says play one of those guitars for us. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what you guys can do. If you guys want, you can come here. You can come here and you can go check out my music right here. I love that Rain, I was going to say a big shout out to you for playing my music. I always like go on your stream, and on Friday night you always play one of my tunes. But here they are. You can see, you can open them up here. You can look at all the lyrics here as well. So it's like you get all the lyrics. And here it is, No Joy Yet. That's my band. That's kind of how I feel right sometimes. No joy yet, but when it moons, I'm still going to definitely get the joy, but here it is, and that's what those guitars are in the back over there, guitar, bass, keys over here. This is my studio over here with my big speakers and my board and la la la. And this is my computer where I do this, and this is my Bluetooth speaker that occasionally works. I'm Chip. This is Rain. I thank you so much, Rain, for coming on. One last word, and then we are out of here.
Rain.
You've been dying to say that, man. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow night, guys. Are you doing it at 10 o'clock, right?
Bring everyone. Tell everyone, your cousin.
Yeah, wake the neighbors up. Wake them up out of a deep sleep. Let everyone know that Rain's on tomorrow.
He better show up at the live stream.
Gotta be careful, man. It's date night. So I want to thank a bunch of people that showed up tonight. Danny Torres, Tina Hall, Phoenix Starborn, Trademark Derek, RTV Dutchy, as always, XRP Angel Connie, the Huddle Review, Jeff from the Huddle Review, who's on, obviously he's on Mondays and Wednesdays. Catch his show on Saturday. He's doing a good show. On Saturday, he's going to have the CEO of X Network on at 8 a.m. So please catch that. He'll probably advertise it and stream it out. We got Bubba Shipes. Who else am I missing? We had Chip the Younger, who was on a plane. My little bro checked in for a few minutes. Gaming Crypto. Comedian Carl Lewis. 589 Society. And I'm sure I'm forgetting people, and I apologize. I hate to forget Symbian. And I always want to say whoever the first one was, and the first one was Danny Torres. Thank you very much. That's our take. What's yours? Let us know in the comments below. Chip,